И доброго времени суток, уважаемые зрители, с вами Артем, и я продолжаю прохождение игры под названием Juarez. Итак, давайте перейдем к самому прохождению. Так, и я напомню, мы появились в тюрьме, нас посадил шрифт какой-то, я не помню его имя, и мы из нее выбираемся. Так, и горсть патронов. Вот так называется наша миссия. Ну, сколько ждать? Джесси Джеймс, он даже недолго стал знаменитостью. Самые быстрые... Итак, все, начинаем. Так, и проберитесь через город на задание. Окей. Сейчас будем давать всем... Сами поймете. Так, вот сюда.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at? Gone.
Где?
And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Раз, два, три, четыре. Идеально.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Еще. Голову. Так. И еще
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Так.
Because everybody in Lincoln would
Да,
be
все.
dead.
Сейчас всем
No. Because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him.
По
Meanwhile,
ногам,
Deputy
по
Bob
ногам.
Ollinger was
Танцуй!
organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch,
Стоп,
but he was
стоп, у меня есть
doubly
умение.
pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun.
Давай.
Anyway,
Заряжайся.
it was me or them, and the only way forward led me
И
straight to
чтобы мне
perdition.
купить... Так, это куплено. А что это за навык? Повышение скорости концентрации. Так, ну окей, давайте. Не, стоп. Тут есть и... Нет, это мне не надо. Или надо? Ай, давайте патронов, почему бы и нет.
But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play.
Так. Еще... О. Ну уже. И что это все? Так. И я возьму дробовик. Он, надеюсь, застрелит до них. И получай. Нет, не достреляю. На. Давай, стреляй. Попал. Ну, где вы все? Стоп, я вас не вижу половину. Так. Так. И давайте концентрацию. Оп. Оп. Идеально. Я использую почти что всю концентрацию, чтобы убить одного человека. Это смешно. На. Еще. И все, да? Вроде бы всех убил. Стоп. Так. И, наверное, точно.
I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball.
Итак,
He intended
опять
to
дуэль.
kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
на,
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Идеально. И мы побеждаем Бобби Оллинджера в честном бою. И да, если не ошибаюсь, это все в статистику какую-то записывается, как мы убивали.
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Итак, сейчас пойдем за каким-то стариком. И вот сама миссия называется «Пуля для старика». Итак, начинаем. Какой-то вонючий
So was the
тупик.
bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Я хочу свой старый
But
дробовик.
no, this time it was a different bastard I
Это
was after.
галимый.
The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there!
Воу. Вали.
I did my best to help those poor bastards.
Так. Все. Так мало. Оп, стоп, стоп, стоп.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches
Damn.
often did.
Рефлекс.
They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high
Wow.
ground and whatever else they had.
Да с откуда вы стреляете, черт побери?
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Готов.
Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an
Если вы читали
overwhelming
ниже,
enemy
он
force.
перепутал, и сюжет меняется. Он сказал, что эти ковбои напали, словно апачи. А ты не понял. Ну, короче, ладно. Прочитайте текст и поймете. Да получай. На.
See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations.
Стоп, стоп, стоп.
But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
О, да сколько вас?
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe
Да, ну
Bob
не
had done
говорите,
me
что
a
сзади
dreadful
есть.
wrong,
Фу.
and I was determined to have my
Так,
revenge.
буду стрелять из дробовика. Так, куда мне
But
здесь?
to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Да с откуда?
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
И куда мне текать?
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Ну нет, не сдыхай.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Это как-то странно, вроде бы. не было ничего. Так, и у меня один патрон. Нормально, выжил.
Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me.
Секрет.
As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was that thing? Going up against a gang like this?
Тикай, 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 тикай.
They were hunting me like I was game.
Да, наверное. Да там никого нема.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
Ну шо? Тикай, тикай, тикай. Ну. Никуда не бежать. Разве что прыгать. С утесом.
And that's when something miraculous
И что это?
like manna from heaven.
Опять мне Бог посылает помощь. Только какой-то мертвый. Возможно, у него будут патроны. Ну ничего. На. Да. Понятно, у него были патроны. Я не знаю, как я их издалека так подобрал. Но все равно. А теперь всем жопу! Динамит! Окей.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunter to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right. I was done running, and the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Все? Нет, еще на. Да сколько вас?
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Вроде бы. Погнали. Что? Здорный, чертовски подлый старикан. Старик Клентон.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you. A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
Так, перезарядка на бегу. Понадобится.
Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Все.
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Тихо. Здесь как Call of Duty. Жизнь бесконечная. Только надо отдышаться. Все. Бегим. Куда я прибежал, братцы? Не туда. О, где этот старикашка?
Most everyone thought it was the Juarez who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Динамит! Я не выживу. Так. Не, выживу. На! Баба! На! Баба! Еще, лови! И еще! Динамит, особо опасен.
Apparently one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Точность 49. Ай, нормально. Перестрелка у лесопилки. Начинаем. Итак,
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss. Curly Bill
Стоп,
Brocious.
стоп, я тебя убью. На.
Curly Bill
Получайте,
took charge of the cowboys
мальчики.
upon the old man's demise. And after
Сегодня
that
я вас
gunfight at the OK
нафарширую
Corral,
патронами.
the Clantons wanted revenge.
Да.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his
супер
older
крут.
brother Virgil.
Йо-хо-хо. Так. Получай.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Ну, иди сюда. На. Воу. Так, это что, все? Ладно. Пошли дальше. Побежали. У-у-у! Тикай. Фух.
There were killers around every
Да вы
corner,
меткачи, черт
all
возьми.
wearing red bandanas.
Если вы такие меткие,
That's how the
почему не можете
cowboys
меня убить?
identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy.
Патрончики.
Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That
Пресс.
man was all hat and no cap.
Не надо мне пресс, я не хочу. Так.
Earp wasn't much of a
И
match
ты
for him,
получишь, и ты
but Doc
получишь.
Holliday might have taken.
Все получите.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan.
Инна.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back.
Так, где еще?
That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call
На!
being loyal?
Да вы что так пугать?
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Ну все, после такого перепуга мне придет... Падай. Я застрял. Вот черт. О, фух. И... Да, наверное, после такого мне 100% придется отдохнуть. Фух. И если вам понравилось мое видео, ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на мой канал. Всем удачи, до скорой встречи!